YouTube, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we have a 6'5" point guard for you guys. You already know from the thumbnail, you can see it from the title as well. We're making a point guard James Harden build, man, and a buddy of mine really wanted to make like a point guard kind of build, and he wanted it to be kind of like point guard James Harden from the Rockets. So I figured, why not go ahead and try and make it again? If you guys have seen my Pascal Siakam and Scotty Barnes build, like that build right there, where I got, the Scotty Barnes and Pascal shades of the Swiss Army knife. That build originally is supposed to be, based on Scotty Barnes for that same buddy of mine as kind of like his power forward build. This one is probably going to be his point guard build. He even told me, he's just like, hey, I'm thinking about it. The next build's going to be this one. So I'm going to show you guys what I came up with here for the James Harden point guard build, man. And some people were saying it's fire. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what's really good with this. So with everything being said, we got a 70 close shot. We have an 82 driving layup and an 83 driving dunk. The other two stats here, standing dunk and post control, is just upgraded with the extra leftovers or, based on other stats being upgraded. Now, the only reason why we have, these stats kind of upgraded like this is just because obviously we know that James Harden, he can do some layups. He can also drive and get some dunks, but it's not like he's going to be an insane dunker, at all. So he can still get some dunks, but it's not going to be insane, in the game unless he's like wide open for dunks. And I also wanted to make sure that the 82 driving layup was there because I wanted to make sure that I get all of his animations. So yeah, just keep in mind that a lot of these like builds and everything that I'm making based on players, a lot of the time, if I'm like trying 100% to like make it for somebody, then most of the time they're going to have like the stats and everything for like the attributes and whatnot. So it's like, in order to get the layup animations, in order to get like his layups, you need an 82 driving layup. And then also in order to get his dunk style, his dunk package, you need an 83. So that's the only reason why that these stats are like this, other than just for the sake that they are, pretty decent stats. So they're there just for the sake of animations. Now, when it comes to everything here, though, let's talk about mid-range. Mid-range being an 85 is pretty good. Doesn't really give you anything because we have a 93-point rating here. 93-point rating doesn't really give you anything as well, but it's maxed out. And I felt like having a higher three-pointer than mid-range is pretty good because James Harden doesn't really shoot the mid-range like that. He's mostly like a three-point shooter, and we know that he loves to do his double step back to the three-point line as well. So I wanted to make sure that he's got a really high three-point rating just to be able to do that. And also just in case you're, from further out, you have silver limitless range as well with this particular stat line. So I feel like it's pretty good just in general, just having the 85 mid-range and the 93-point rating. And I do believe you need like an 85 minimum just to get his animations. So yeah, like I just feel like this is also just like a good threshold and breakpoint to have his 3-point rating on. We cannot get shifty shooter on gold, unfortunately. We cannot get limitless range on gold. We can't get deadeye on gold. It's unfortunate, but for the most part, that's where, like our dribbling and our go-to shot and everything for James Harden comes into play. Because we also have a 93 3-point rating, or a free throw, next to our 93-point rating. So that's pretty good there. Now we have a 85 pass accuracy because 85 is just really solid. That gives you bailout. And then we also have versatile visionary on bronze. We have silver break starter and gold dimer. So the gold dimer is really good there because this is point guard version. This was like after the Chris Paul injury where, James Harden had to step up as the new point guard, yada yada. You guys remember that era for James Harden where he had to step up to be the point guard and averaging like damn near triple double, or averaging a triple double if he was. So I don't recall 100% during that time frame, but yeah, really good stats there. The 86 ball handling is pretty good. Gives you ankle assassin on silver, handles for days, strong handle, and unpluckable as well. And the 86 is exactly what you need for all of his like dribble animations. So his signature size up, regular breakdown, combo, his aggressive breakdown combo, escape moves, combo moves, his crossover, his hesitation, and his step back. You get all those with the 86 ball handle rating. And then the 86 speed with ball is pretty good. That gives you lightning launch on gold. And you also are able to get his dribble style with this high of a speed with ball as well. I don't think you need it that high just to get it, but I feel like you only need like a 75 maybe to get his dribble style. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's still a pretty decent threshold to reach anyway, and you're able to get it. Now, when it comes to defense, he's not really that good at defense, so we just have like a 45 interior, whatever, just leftover points added onto there. 74 perimeter defense, just so we can make sure to get on-ball minutes at least on bronze. And then when you do have the max badge +1, you can also toss that on there to get silver, while getting your other badges maxed out too. So there's that. Like even like your tier 1 badges, you can get ankle assassin on gold. After that, hell, you can even get limitless range on gold as well, or shifty shooter on gold, or something like that. That's the one thing I really like about the new like max +1 thing. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. And then they have like the badge elevators as well. Yeah, but the perimeter defense being a 74 gives you all these badges, and then we have silver off ball pest. Then we have a 60 steal just to be able to get in those passing lanes. We know James Harden, like especially now, is kind of lazy on the defense. He was even lazy on the defense back then as well. So he's not necessarily a defender, but he's just like an all-around scorer, so which makes sense to me. 85 speed, that's the break point that you need for a slippery off ball, so that's pretty good there. We have an 80 agility. No break point for that in particular. It's just there for the sake of just being really, really good. And then we also have a 67 strength, which is there for a physical finisher on silver. Only reason why we have it upgraded that much. And then we have a 75 vertical for, like some dunk packages and whatnot. And also making sure that we can guarantee getting, Harden's dunk package as well. But I feel like all these stats are pretty good. So you guys can, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of this James Harden build. If you guys think that this is pretty reminiscent of James Harden or not. I didn't go based on any stats that he has on the roster or anything. This is just straight up just me theory crafting and just, coming up with like a crazy build. I could have just went back to like the Curry area and taken a look at, his version then, and just taking a look at like what his stats look like and everything on that version. But I just decided just to wing it here. But we did get a Rockets point guard. That much I'll give you that, 2K. I did try to make a Rockets point guard, but that's the wrong one. We aren't making the Jet. And we're also definitely are not making Jordan Poole. And we're definitely not making Kobe White. But we did make a shot creating 3-level threat, which I feel like is definitely kind of accurate for James Harden. So let me know what you guys think of this build in the comment section down below, if I can even fucking speak. That's going to be it for me. I will see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.